Third graders, so I know that you've talked about prefixes in the past, which are parts of a word that go at the beginning of a base word. And I believe you've talked some about suffixes in the past, which are parts of a word that go at the end of a base word. Today we're going to look at two specific suffixes. We're looking at the suffixes ER and OR. So a suffix is a word part that's added to the end of a base word that changes the meaning of the word. The suffixes ER and OR often mean one who or one that. Both ER and OR change a verb into a noun. For base words ending in E, we'll drop the E before we add ER or OR. So if you look at the map on the right side of this anchor chart, it says ER, one who or one that. So the first bubble, maker, the base word would have been make. So ER added to the end of that, it means one who makes. The middle bubble, villager, makes me think of Minecraft. The villager, when we take the E off and then we add the ER, changes that word into one who lives in a village. A villager is one who lives in a village. The next base word would be heat. When you add the ER, that's one that heats. In this case, it's probably not a person. It would probably be an object, would be the noun that you're describing, a heater. So let's try some of these together. The first one we have create plus or. So when I type what that equals or what that means, we have, well, that looks like meteor, creatior. I don't think that's how you do it. Thinking back to what they told us on the anchor chart, we have to drop the E to make it creator, one who creates. All right, our next one, we have farm plus farm plus So farm, would become farmer, one who farms. All right, number 3, supervise plus OR. I'm not going to make that same mistake I did on number 1. I'm not going to keep that E in there. I don't like having to delete and erase. I'm going to go supervis and then add the OR. One who supervises. The next word, dig plus ER. D-I-G-E-R. That's like tiger, but with a D. Diger. I don't think that's right. So what could I do? Usually, from what I know from past experience, when I see the word digger or one who digs, it has 2 G's in it. So I think on that one, I need to double that consonant and make it say digger. Number 5, we have heat plus Well, they did that one for us on the anchor chart, so we know that that one is heater, one who heats. Number 6, inspect plus or. Inspect or, one who inspects. I remember a TV show growing up called Inspector Gadget, and he always inspected things with different kinds of tools that he created. The next one, sin plus Oh, there's that consonant again. So I need to double the consonant and add the ER to make it say sinner. And the last one, calculate plus OR. I need to take off that E, calculate is what it actually looks like because I'm taking the E off, and then I'm going to add the OR. That means one who calculates. I don't think I ever realized that that was what that word meant. I just thought it was a tool that we use, but the OR at the end means one who calculates. I want you to take a minute and pick 3 of those words and try to use them in a sentence. You can write the sentence down. You can just say the sentence to someone around you, or even yourself for that matter. Sometimes I talk to myself. Whatever you need to do, but to put it in context. So for example, I might say, farmer. A farmer is someone who grows crops. So that would be me putting the word farmer into context. So pause the video, take a minute to do 3 sentences, either writing them or just saying them out loud with 3 of these different words. Good luck! Now that we've talked a little bit about suffixes, let's move into some context and talking about theme a little bit in a story. Many stories and dramas have a theme. So let's look at the anchor chart to see what that means, theme. The theme is the main message, lesson, or moral of the text. The theme can be stated within the text. The theme can also be implied. Implied means it's not stated, you have to use clues to figure it out. The clues you might use might be, what happens to the characters? How do the characters react? What do the characters learn? How do the characters grow or change? And what is the author trying to teach me? Some examples of themes in stories are, be kind to others, friends are important, or don't give up. I also think of things like fables, like Aesop's fables with the ant and the grasshopper, and the theme of that story was when all those little ants were working so hard and the grasshopper was just being lazy. The theme of that story was work hard so you're prepared. A theme is different from the topic of a story. The topic of the story is the person or thing that the story is about. But in the theme of a story, it's going to be either stated, or like I said, a fable, it might tell you the theme at the end, or you might have to use clues to figure it out and ask yourself what the author is trying to teach me. So now we're going to try to find the theme in Gigi and the Wishing Ring. So pause the video for a few minutes and reread Act 2 and Act 3 in Gigi and the Wishing Ring in your My Book. Please pause the video right now so you can read those 2 acts. So you should have reread Acts 2 and Acts 3 in your My Book of Gigi and the Wishing Ring. Now I want you to turn in your My Book to page 328. We're going to analyze an important theme of this play. So let's read this page together. We'll start out with the stage directions in the parentheses. Lights up. Narrator is sitting on the stool down right. Gigi is standing at center stage and then walks in a circle around the stage. Narrator. Gigi set off to find fortune and adventure and stuff. After many hours, he saw an old woman on the road ahead. Old woman, dog, and cat enter from the right. Old woman is carrying a large sack over one shoulder. Gigi. Hi there, I'm Gigi. Let me carry that heavy sack for you. Gigi takes the sack. Old woman. Thank you, young man. I thought my back would break. Gigi, old woman, cat, and dog walk slowly to down left. Gigi sets down the sack. Old woman. Your kindness deserves kindness in return. Please take my cat and dog. Show them loyalty, and they will be your most loyal friends. Gigi. Wow, thank you. Hello, cat. Cat. Meow. Gigi. Hello, dog. Dog. Woof. So what lesson or theme about life does Gigi learn from the old woman? I think you probably guessed it, but just in case, the lesson is if you give something good, you will get something good in return. But how do we know that that's a theme in this part of the story? We have to use some clues in the text to help us figure out this theme. So what are some clues? Well, looking back on line 24, I see that Gigi says, "Hi there, I'm Gigi. Let me carry that heavy sack for you." Gigi is being kind and helpful to the old woman at that time. So then she is kind and helpful to him in line 28 when she says, "Your kindness deserves kindness in return. Take my cat and dog, show them loyalty, and they will be your most loyal friends." How is this theme different from the topic of the play? Well, the topic of the play is Gigi's adventure, but the theme is a lesson that Gigi and the readers have to learn. So now I want you to turn to page 338 in your My Book. We're going to read this page together. Uh-oh. I don't know what a slide whistle sound effect would sound like, but I'll try it. Gigi. I think she deserves a taste of her own medicine. Let me have the ring. Cat gives Gigi the gold ring. Gigi puts it on his finger. Gigi. I wish that Magliarda was on top of the highest mountain in Italy. Gigi twists the ring. Whoop! Magliarda from off stage. Oh no! Dog. Gigi, I know she's a terrible person, but it would be cruel to leave Magliarda on top of that mountain. Gigi. You're right. I'll be merciful. I wish that Magliarda was only halfway up the highest mountain in Italy. That's funny. Gigi twists the ring. Magliarda from off stage. Not again! Gigi. You know, Mama was right. You do get from people what you give to people. I was kind to the old woman, and she was kind to me. I was loyal to my friends, and they were loyal to me. But when I lied to Magliarda, she lied to me. Cat. Well, I hope you've learned your lesson, Gigi. Gigi. I sure have. Narrator. Gigi brought his mother to live with him in his new mansion. Gigi's mother enters from the left and hugs Gigi. Narrator. And they all lived happily ever after. Lights out. The end. What lesson or theme about life do you think Gigi learns in this play? Looking at line 189, it tells us the lesson that Gigi learned. Underline line 189, the part of Gigi, where it says, you know, Mama was right. You do get from people what you give to people. I was kind to the old woman, and she was kind to me. I was loyal to my friends, and they were loyal to me. So the theme or lesson that Gigi learned is, if you get something good, you will get something good in return. So part of annotating is underlining the evidence to support your theme or your opinion. So go ahead and underline line 189 so we have that as proof that we know what the theme is. I really enjoyed learning about theme with you today. I don't know about you, but now as I go into reading my books at home, I know that I'm going to be looking for those themes and trying to figure out what lesson is the author wanting me to learn from this story. Hope you have a great day.